Hello students, today we will be going over 16.0 Statistics on the TI-84 calculator. Our objective for today is I can make statistical calculations, okay? Here's a video here if you are missing L1, and this video explains how to fix it if you wanted to go on there. Sometimes I would just start with L2 and don't bother with it, but that's a good way to fix it. We have vocabulary, a line of best fit, a line through a scatter plot that best expresses the relationship between the points. Lines of best fit can be linear, which means it forms a straight line, or it can be exponential, which means it goes up really fast or it goes down really fast. Correlation coefficient, that is a number that measures the strength of association between two variables. The variable R is used to identify the correlation coefficient. It can range from -1, which is not correlated hardly at all, to a +1, which is highly correlated there. Okay, first we're going to go over a few calculator things on the TI-84 Plus. To reset the calculator, you go second and then push the plus. So if I have my calculator here, I'm going to turn it on. And then once you have it on, you're going to do second and the plus sign, which is the memory. So if I did that here, second is the blue button, and then plus sign is right over here. And that brings up the memory part. So that's what that should be. And then you want to go to reset, which is number 7. And then you move the arrow to the right and select all, and then select all memory and select reset. So from here, I'm going to select 7. And then it's going, use the right arrow, all memory, and I believe the lower part is enter. So again, it was over here, and I moved it all the way over to that, and then I go enter, and then reset memory. I'm going to go down 1 and say reset, and then enter and enter. Maybe I didn't need that last. So it says it's resetting all. So after resetting, turn on diagnostics to find correlation coefficient. So let's see where that's going to be at. Let me move this out of the way. And let's move this back up. So it says, after resetting, turn on diagnostics to find correlation coefficient. So it says second catalog 0. So I push second, the blue button. So that's going to be upper right here. Right here. Okay. Now catalog. So that's 0. See where it says blue right down here? 0. Find diagnostics is the list. It's in alphabetical order. So we have A there, and we're going to scroll down. Keep scrolling until we get all the way to diagnostic, till we get to D's. And I can't tell very well. Okay, where are the C's? Okay, now we're to degree. So it's quite a ways down there. Okay. Push enter until it says done. So we're going to turn on diagnostics. Right now I think it's off. So we're going to go up to diagnostic on, and I'm going to push enter. Diagnostic on. I'm going to push enter again. And it says done. All right. So clear your list by pushing second memory, select option 4. So we're going to go to second. That's the blue button. And then we're going to go to memory, which is in the bottom It's where the plus sign is, right here. Okay. And then it says push 4, which is clear all lists. So if you notice that, 4, enter. That will clear all your lists. Okay. So now we're going to enter the data into the calculator. I don't know, have we been given data yet? To edit data, select stat 1. So this is kind of like what we did before when we were trying to find the mean and the median and the mode and our quartile 1 and all that. So we go stat 1. So stat is right here. And then it should already be on 1, so you push enter. And there you have your list, and you can put your numbers in there. So if I want to put numbers, I'm just making up numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I put 5 numbers in there. And we're going to put corresponding Y values into L2. So I just go over to L2 and I put corresponding numbers. Okay, so I put that list in there. So we put enter after each entry. When finished, go back to the home screen by pushing second, quit. So we put second right here, the blue one, and then quit is under mode. So see where it says blue? So it quits that and gets us out of that list, okay? All right, after entering the data, you can find the linear regression for the data, also known as the line of best fit. Push stat and arrow key over to calc. So this is like your mean, median, mode, quartile 1, and all that. So go to stat, which is right here, stat, and then we're going to go over 1, I believe that's to calc, and then you enter. Then we're going to go down to option 4, which is linear regression. Oh, I must have made a mistake. Okay, so when it's under calc, okay, instead of putting enter after calc, we need to go down to number 4, which is linear regression, ax plus b, and it will calculate the linear regression. And we select it by either scrolling down to 4, just arrow down, or put the number 4. Now we push enter. And we have the X list is line L1, Y list is L2. That's correct. I don't think we need to do anything else. We just scroll down to calculate. And it's going to calculate Y equals AX plus B. I did something very simple. So now A equals 1. B equals 1. And R squared is 1 and R is 1. So I kept it pretty simple, whereas the example here is a little more difficult. So A is the slope of the line, so whatever's in front right here, A1 is the slope. B is the y-intercept, so both of them are 1. R is the correlation coefficient, so that is 1 as well. So just to get you a little familiar with how to do it on a calculator, okay? So on the line of best fit, here we have example number 1. Find the line of best fit and correlation coefficient for the data sets. So I'm going to go to my L1. So I go to stat. So again, your stat button is your second row over to the right. And then we're going to enter or to edit them. So now I'm just going to put in these numbers here. X has all those and Y has all those. And that's actually different than what is on your notes. So I'm going to see if they're, let me just, I don't see that they're the same anywhere here. So that's probably the one that they're giving you for an example. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. They don't have a page number here, so it's after 224 and before 225. So it starts with 430. So I'm going to put 4, 9, 13 and put the X values in first under L1. So you go ahead and do that. 4, 9, 13, 17, 22, 25, 30, 34, 36, and 40. Okay, so I have 10 numbers there. And if I count them to make sure I'm not missing any, there's your set of numbers. Okay, now I'm going to put my Y values in L2. So I'm going to go back up, go to L2, and I still have the list from the ones I made up earlier. Here I'm just going to put the numbers in for the Y values. Again, number 1, that's between 224 and 225. Okay, so I'm going to put 30, 27, 19, 20, 17, 15, 10, 8, 7, and 1. Okay, so I make sure I have the same amount of numbers listed in both. If there's one off, you'll probably get an error message. Okay, so again, we're going to go back up to our instructions. So I just went and did all these numbers here and put those in for L1 and these in for L2. Now I'm going to find what A, B, what my equation is, and what R is, and see how correlated the numbers are. So after you enter the data, we're going to find the linear regression, push stat and arrows over to calc. So here you have this. We're going to go to stat right here, stat, and then we're going to go over 1 to calc, and then we're going to go down to 4, or you can just put the number 4, the linear regression 4, and then scroll down to calculate. So enter at the bottom, and that tells you everything you need to know. So A is negative 0.738. I'd probably round to the nearest thousandth. So negative 0.738. B is 32.381. R squared is something, and then R is negative 0.984. Okay, so that's what you get. I was going to double check and see if the answer key, what they round to, and I don't know that it tells you. So for now, we'll just round to the nearest thousandth, which is 3 decimal places over. Oh, maybe I do have an answer key here. Okay, and it looks like they round to the nearest hundredths. So A is negative 0.74 on the rounding. Okay, and then B is 32.38. And then your equation is Y equals A, so your A should be negative 0.74x plus B, so plus 32.38. And your R is negative 0.98. And that's how you do that problem. And we're done. Okay? All right. Sorry, that's kind of wonky with my calculator and my light. So hopefully you could still see it okay. All right. Go ahead, students. You can finish the rest of this. You rock.